Whoa, whoa, whoa. If you draw and present like that in a life or death situation, you're probably going to lose. And that type of L is permanent. So let's fix it. What's good, gunners? Let's learn to shoot. So we've covered some great topics in this Learn to Shoot series so far. We've talked about stance, grip, sight alignment, sight picture. But today I want to talk about something equally important that I feel like a lot of people skip: draw and presentation. Just think about it. You go to the range and you practice. Where does the gun start? Usually in your hand, right? So you practice your grip and your stance. You aim in at the target. You fire rounds until you get better and become a better shooter. But in a real life situation, where's that gun going to be? It's going to be wherever you carry it on your person. Wherever you conceal that firearm is where it's going to be. And you need to consider how quickly you can get to that weapon, get it out, and be able to use that tool in a self-defense situation. So today we're going to talk about this very important aspect of firearms fundamentals: draw and presentation. And we're going to break it down into three main topics. So number one, where do you carry or keep your firearm? So we'll get into parts 2 and 3, which you can probably guess from the title are going to be about draw and presentation. And for full transparency, for the sake of time, we'll probably have to split this into 2 videos. But right now, how do you carry your firearm? It's a question you have to ask yourself. And if you are new to this world, then how will you carry your firearm is a question that you have to ask yourself. Now, why is this related to draw? Because it's going to be very important where you carry that firearm, how you keep it on you, on your person, or near you, how quickly you can get to it, how fast you can draw it, how quickly you can get it out of wherever it is into your hands with a good grip and stable platform where you can fire rounds on target as intended. So there's a lot of different ways that you can carry, and you have to figure out what's best for you. I can't answer that question for you, and no one else can. I can tell you what I like. Now, many different ways to carry. You have appendix carry, strong side carry, weak side carry, back side carry. Some people carry ankle holsters. They have shoulder rigs or straps where you can draw from and carry it on your body waistband, holsters. There's a lot of different options. They even have bags that you can conceal that look like fanny packs or crossbody bags. So for me personally, I am not a fan of anything like a crossbody bag, or for women, purses. I would rather figure out a way to keep the gun actually on my person, because my fear would be that someone's able to snatch that bag from me, get it out of my hands or get it off of me in some way. And now not only do they have my bag, but they have my gun. Right. So that would be my fear. So with that said, I personally am a strong side carry person. And what that looks like for me is I'm able to, on the strong side, know exactly where my weapon is at all times. I can feel it on my person, which is one of the reasons why I like it, because even when I'm walking or if I'm sitting, I can feel it on my body. If I'm not sure, I can put my elbow down and give it a rub and I know it's there. So, as I was saying, you carry a lot of different ways. For me, I prefer strong side carry. And I'm right-handed. So I'm going to show you from my right side, strong side carry. If you're a lefty, then you just have to flip that around and do it from the left side. But for me, I know where my firearm is. I know how I prefer to carry it. So I want to be able to practice getting to it, establishing a strong grip as soon as I hit that firearm and get it out and get on target. And I'll talk more about that and like establishing that grip and the draw in the second part of this video, which will talk more about draw and presentation. But again, that looks like getting out and getting on target. Now, some people like to appendix carry. Not me personally, but you'll see a lot of people appendix carry. So again, you want to be able to practice getting to that gun, establishing the grip, getting out and getting on target quickly, right? So that's appendix carry. Some people backside carry. Again, it's the same concept. You need to know your capabilities and be able to get to that firearm. And if you weak side carry, it will probably look something like this, where the gun is facing the opposite direction so that you can get a handle on that grip pretty quickly, get it out, draw, and get on target, right? So again, the key point is, however you decide to carry, is to make sure that you're practicing with that method at the range, right? So you want to get to the range, get rounds on target, practicing that. The only thing I probably wouldn't recommend is a bag or a purse, personally. And the reason being, if somebody snatches that bag away from you, now they have your bag and your firearm. So that's probably the only really method that I can think of that I would say don't do if you can avoid it. But whatever you decide to do, again, make sure you go to a friendly range that will allow you to draw from the holster and fire rounds on target, right? That's going to be very important for you to establish what really works for you. So I hope you got some value out of this. Look at the second part of the video. We're going to go more into draw and presentation. So see y'all next time.